Hey y'all, alrighty, we're out here in the carport and it's getting dark on me, but I'm going to show you a little bit about what I'm doing here. Let me flip the camera around, and there is the old bumper. Here is the new bumper. Get some light. So, new bumper, you can see, rusted out, and I think I showed everybody the other day the hole in the bumper right there, and there's some dents, and the bumper's a little bit bent. Yeah, you can see the bend right there, dents right there, pretty good size dent right there. So you can see there's a dent and a rust hole. So yeah, this one is ready to go. I'm just going to clean the frame up a little bit where it goes, and right here, all of that right there, I'm going to clean that up. I do want to I want to show you all this thickness of this frame rail right here. It's pretty beefy. If that was a half-ton frame, that'd be a little thinner. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think that another difference is the half-ton and the three-quarter-ton, one-ton frames. There's a difference in depth as well. So you can see right there. So something to think about and consider, you know, when you're working with one of these trucks or you're building it up for any sort of certain task. But I'm going to take my drill with a wire wheel. I'm just going to get all of this old scale off and everything like that, dirt and crap and everything. And then I'm going to cover it. I'm probably just going to put some paint on it. You know, it's pretty being that it's just paint, it's pretty effective to keep the rust problems away. So, but there's 3 bolts on each side, and they are actually 19 millimeters, whereas the front bolts, they're 18 millimeters. So, and I'll show you some of the bolts, some of the hardware. Right over there, they have the bolts, very fortunately, they have them with these, this one, they have it with this arrow-shaped looking piece made onto it that keeps it from turning. They do the same thing here with this. They just group them together. Mine come out pretty good. I'm probably going to just reuse them because I didn't have a tremendous amount of trouble getting them off. They just all came off. But I had been soaking them with penetrating lubricant for, probably a week, you know, something like that. Several days at least. So anyway, I'm gonna do that and get this bumper back up here, the new bumper up here, and enjoy the better looks of it versus the old bumper that was just rotting away. So I'm going to clean this up, the frame there, and I'm going to, once I get that cleaned up, I'll show you a little bit more, and be right back. Okay, y'all, I've got all of the loose, scaly rust cleaned off, and I've went and just shot some regular old black paint on everything. I went ahead and did the receiver hitch a little bit. I'm going to have to shoot a little more over here on this side. Then this side come out a little bit better. I also got inside the frame rail a little bit too. So, yeah. I know that the paint is not the best option, but it's the best option I've got. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to just bring you all up to speed on what I'm doing here. Shoot a little more paint over here, and then I think it's going to be, I'm going to throw that bumper on here. The paint doesn't take very long to dry, so it's just typical, but that's okay. So I was just trying to get some paint on some of this stuff so that I can slow down the rusting and massive corrosion problems that happen. So anyway, yeah, I know I got a little bit of paint on the exhaust tip. I'll clean that off later. It's not a big deal. Just some brake parts cleaner on a rag and you're done. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's not supposed to be concours correct or anything of that nature. This is just me shooting a little paint on here, trying to make it look at least a little bit nicer, a little bit more presentable, and not only that, just make it to where it don't have big flaky rust falling off. You know, I mean, this truck was ignored for so long, it's just ridiculous. Okay, I'm going to pause this, and well, I tell you what, I'll let y'all see me lifting the bumper up and getting it into place. If you have a receiver hitch on your truck, and if you don't, I suggest you get one. They're really nice when it comes to, you know, towing. Very handy. But I'm going to set the hitch just right down on top of the receiver hitch here, and then that's just going to take the load. Yeah. So that's going to handle the load there. Yeah, I've still got paint that's tacky, but that's not a problem. We'll just put the hitch on there, and that'll be that. Or put the, bumper on there, and that'll be that. Okay. Don't have a lot of options as to where to put the camera. I guess I'll just have to sit you all on the ground over here. Be right back. Okay, we're back. And here we go. These bumpers aren't tremendously heavy, so getting them into place by myself is not that big a deal. You just gotta be careful and don't hit your tailgate. One side already on, almost all the way on. All right, there we go. That's better. Okay, already looking better. Okay. Now, all right. I know the light is not particularly great out here, but there we go. There we are. We got some of that. Get a feel for it there. As you can see, this one's much nicer looking, in better shape. Just some little dents right here, and that's pretty much it. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna show you something else here real quick. When you're doing anything like this, be sure clean your hardware up. I've got some of this hardware already cleaned up and ready to go. I don't know where I set it at though. But, oh, it's right over here. But the hardware I've got that came off of this is actually in really good shape. Yeah, so see, I've went ahead and I've took this and run it through a wire wheel brush on my drill, and that's helped tremendously. So I'm going to take one of these and do the same thing. I might do the same thing with these big long ones right here. Just clean them up real quick, clean the threads on them. And then I'm going to use some anti-seize. I'll be right back. Okay, so we got the bumper mounted. I've got those 2 bolts in, but there's supposed to be 3 per side. So what I've come up with is I'm just going to do something really simple, and this hole right here, get you up there so you can see. Yeah, you see that hole right there beside the that one? Yeah, that's one I'm gonna drill through the frame. The other bracket like this was longer, and it went in that hole right there, or it accommodated that hole. Let's just say that. So this one doesn't do that. So I'm going to have to come up with an alternative plan, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to drill the hole out and then put a bolt in it and a nut, and then that's going to be it. So I'm going to do this on both sides. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to be kind of boring, but I will bring you back and show you the results. This is a lot more grunt work than anything else, so there's none of this is like really very strenuous. I will say this: when you are doing this bumper came off of a later model truck, so when you're doing this, you may want to measure all of that to keep you from going through that. But those other 2 holes on each side lined up just right. But I also noticed this. This is another little detail I just noticed. This bumper sticks out just a little bit more than the old bumper. However, that's kind of speculative. I mean, it's this panel here, there's a substantial gap. Okay, I can stick my fingers down in there very deeply. So, you know, that's why I'm saying that, you know, but I've got it lined up pretty well. Let you see over here. See, the old bumper was up here rubbing up against this panel here all the time, whereas, you know, this one isn't. It's not dented and bent all the hell and all that shit. You can see this side over here. Yeah. It's pretty dirty, this side, but it's going to get some cleaning and polishing and make it look a lot better. So, yeah, going to get some cleaning and polishing, make it look a lot better, and I'm going to carry on. I'm going to go ahead and drill them holes and get that done. So, I'll bring you back when I'm done with that. Hey y'all. All right, I'm back, and I'm drilling the holes, and I got one completely done. Brought you over here to this side, driver's side. I used a 13. 3/16 drill bit, and drilled through that. Whenever you're doing this, I don't care what you're drilling, make sure keep your bits lubricated. They just last longer. Okay. Even if you're using spray lubricant, just anything, you got to keep that drill bit, the tip of that drill bit, cool. You keep it cool, it'll last longer. And then I'm stepping up to 1/2 inch. So, and so I'm going to do this here, get done, and then I'll be able to put the other bolt in, tighten it down, and that will be that. So I will be right back. Just a minute. Okay, got the hole drilled, as you can see. It's all the way through. Now I'm just putting the bolt in. Gonna put that in real quick. Get this done. Well, I'm gonna have to switch hands. I was holding the camera. Sorry about the shaky camera. There we go. All right. Let me get the nut here real quick. I have a motion detecting light out here in the carport, and it's nice, but it's kind of irritating at the same time. So it's darned if you do and darned if you don't. Oh well. I'm just glad I had these drill bits. They're the Vortex drill bits. That price is correct. They've probably gone up some since I bought them. I've had these like a year and a half, 2 years now. They're very well worth it though. So, but I don't blame you if you don't want to spend that kind of money. But I think about all the drill bits I've went through over the years, and it's like that they would pay for themselves nearly. So, okay. I'm gonna back this up just a little bit. Get my little impact and run it down if I can, if it will. Oh yeah. There we go. Alright, so I'm gonna take my 1/2 inch ratchet here. 1/2 inch drive ratchet. Okay. All right. I think that will do the trick right there. Yeah. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I just used a piece of wood right there and had this wedged in there, just sitting on there really. Had the bumper sitting on top of that. So, and that's how I got this all to work. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the likes and shares and the subscribes. I do appreciate you all for that tremendously. Had another casualty over there. Another light went out. So I got to charge that one. But anyway, yes, like I was saying, I really appreciate you all. And I really mean that, okay? So thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions for me, ask at any time. Oh boy, I got dirty. Okay. Don't tell nobody. Okay. Anyway, yes. So I've actually got 3 lights here that went out. You know, that one, and then the big one over there. I keep several because sometimes these jobs last a little bit longer than I suspect. Anyway, all right, yes. Just so anybody has questions about this, change this around here. Factory hardware. So much better. Yeah. Factory hardware is just so much better. Much better quality than the stuff you buy at the hardware store or auto parts stores, you know. Not saying the stuff they sell is junk, but I mean, you know, I'm not throwing this stuff away. I don't throw these away. I hold on to them and use them for other projects. So anyway, Thank you very much, and God bless. See y'all later.